Matthew Perry, Tupac Shakur, Charlie Sheen, Lil Wayne, and Pee Wee Herman. What do all these people have in common? Every single one of them have been arrested for drug abuse at some point in their life. It's pretty crazy that a group so motley as those people would come together with the same views. They would come together to do the same thing. But it's even more crazy because they have such an influence on the rest of the world, so that if they're doing something wrong, they're influencing the rest of the world to do something wrong. Most of the people watching or seeing them are children, which that's going to put a very bad impression on the children of America. It's going to make America grow up into drugs and all sorts of things that's just going to crumble America. You know, another group of people, Faith Evans is a country singer. Mark Foley, who used to be on the House of Representatives, Woody Harrelson, Haley Joel Osment, and Don Henley. Every single one of them have also been caught with drug abuse, either marijuana or cocaine or whatever it may be. All of them are role models for the youth of America. The youth look up to these people. I keep talking about the youth because they're the reason that drugs are so bad. Because every time a new group of youth comes about, they have a different role model. Like back before, it was like the Monkees or the Beatles or something like that. And then today, the role models are like Tony Romo, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Dave Chappelle. The only difference between all those people is Tony Romo is a football player and he's not a drug addict. Some football players are drug addicts. You got Randy Moss or Jason Williams. People like that, they've gotten caught doing drugs. But whenever you look at the artists today, like Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg or Ludacris or Lil Wayne, whoever you want to look at, even if they don't do drugs, they talk about doing drugs in their songs, which completely influences everybody that listens to it. If you look at a Cowboy game and you watch Tony Romo come onto the sideline, as soon as he comes onto the sideline, he usually puts his hat on, and he usually puts it on backwards. Whenever I was with my cousin the other day, we were watching the game, as soon as he went off to the sideline, put his hat on, put it on backwards, that's exactly what my little cousin did. Turned his hat around backwards because he wanted to be just like Tony Romo. And that's how the youth is today. They find a role model, they want to be like them. They want to model exactly the way they are. Well, if some of these people have the wrong role models, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to start doing exactly how they do. They're going to act just like Lil Wayne would act. They're going to talk like he would. They're going to try to act exactly that way. And if he does drugs, well then they're probably going to give it a try. And drugs aren't meant to be tried by people for fun. It's not for pleasure or just to get a high off of something. Drugs are used for the medical field. They're used as pain relievers, and some of them, like marijuana, is used for glaucoma to try to treat that. You know, opium is used, or used to be used. I don't know if they still use it today, but it used to be used as a pain reliever. And heroin, the same thing. But now people just use that stuff just to get high, to get the feeling, which is not the way it should be. So drugs should be illegal, for one, because of influence. Because the people that use drugs, that broadcast it, like celebrities, they broadcast it to the younger people, who in turn grow up doing the same things. So America is just in this bad cycle of drug addicts. Not everyone, but a lot of people. So it's pretty ridiculous to look at it that way. Another point is recurrence. 800,000 people were arrested for marijuana just in 2006. Just marijuana. There are tons of other drugs out there, and only marijuana users were the ones that were recorded. 70% of those people went right back and were arrested again. It's ridiculous to think about it like that. It says 70%, but it's probably more like 100% are reusers, because if you weren't caught, you know, you can't really tell. But I guarantee that if you were a drug abuser before and you got out of prison or something, or got out of jail, I guarantee you'd go back and do the same thing, fall into that same old habit. My brother was the exact same way. My brother started off doing marijuana, he moved to cocaine and all sorts of stuff like that. It was ridiculous to see his life crumble before him, and it affected our entire life. It affected my life with him, my family life with the rest of my family. It was hard to be in the same room as him. He was just a bad person. And he kept falling into that trap. We'd send him to rehab or something. He'd come right back, he'd be okay for like 3 weeks, and then after that, right back into it. It was just crazy to watch his life completely go in disarray because of drugs. Another thing that drugs do is it causes damage. And not necessarily physical damage, but mental damage too. But on the physical standpoint, you have secondhand smoke. And then you have like people that drink and drive. You have those two, and you can get that from just, alcohol or just smoking cigarettes. But if drugs were legal, then people would not only have secondhand smoke from cigarettes, but they'd also have secondhand smoke from marijuana. Because some people smoke cigarettes, but they don't want to smoke marijuana, and vice versa. So there'd be more smoking going on. Then people get behind the car drunk. And sometimes people make it home okay. But other times they get into really bad wrecks. Well, think about it if they were on drugs instead of alcohol. If somebody was on PCP or LSD, can you imagine them getting all the way home? No, that wouldn't happen. Because when you're on those type of drugs, they make you hallucinate. Can you imagine trying to drive home with some creepy looking thing next to you, or you look like you're driving into a field full of trees every single time that you look out the windshield? There's no way you'd make it home. You'd either A, crash into somebody, B, crash into something else, or you just would pass out or something. I've never personally done these things. I've never personally done drugs, but I've heard all sorts of stories, and I know exactly firsthand account from my brother exactly what it's like. And it's crazy to think that the youth is falling into this, but every single day somebody's falling into it. Every single day a new person goes ahead and takes that risk, makes that attempt to try something new. I say that we keep it illegal because it'll keep people from trying that new thing. People like me who don't want to break the law, they're not going to go and try that. I don't want to try it because I'm afraid that maybe I'll like it. And I don't want to like it. I don't want to fall into that trap. I want my life to be good, and I don't want to fall into a trap of drugs. And that's the reason that I feel that drugs should remain illegal.